Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash, double honor to elders and apostles of Great Millstone, peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lower Well, with another video to edify. And this lesson comes through the spirit and power of Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls God. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. So I want to do a video on the effect of the coronavirus in the stock market, And I spent all day at work today, talking to people, getting their feel about the whole event. And these people have no idea how money works and what this is doing to the global economy. They have no idea. No idea, man. You got to understand that this American dollar is vastly collapsing. The Lord is pulling the. Let me see if I can get that, man. Let me get it, man. Yeah. This is Isaiah 14 and 11. That pomp is brought down to the grave. And what did America trust in for such a long time? They had, maybe it's on this. They had a period of an 11-year, 11 years of just straight growth. 11 years is straight economically killing shit throughout the world. Let me see if I can find it. So I was watching a nice one. Bear with me. Well, Salakia Akim, I wasn't able to find it, but I was watching a video earlier where it was talking about America had an 11-year stretch of just expansionism. So that pump, he got real proud in making all that money. So this is Isaiah 14 and 11. It says, thy pump is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. That worm represents that decay. And his whole economic system is decaying. And I'm going to go back to this because that is a fire scripture. But let's get into this article, right? Because this is an effect that the coronavirus is having on global economies, man. This is very big, and people think that they have just the virus to worry about, but it's more than just a virus. Because the scriptures tell you the day of the Lord, Amos 5 and 19. I'll start at 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? For the day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. So this is in stark contrast of what people think the day of the Lord is going to be, where there's going to be light shining from heaven and men are just going to be going up peacefully. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be darkness and not light. The scriptures tell you that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So that means the righteous are scarcely being saved. There's a lot of hell going on when the day of the Lord comes. People are going to be thrown off because all these movies, all these lies that the so-called white men put up in all these movies are going to be contrary to what they believe the day of the Lord should have been like. Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand upon the wall and a serpent bit him. You see, this is how the day of the Lord is going to be. So it's going to be from out of the frying pan into another frying pan. That's what it's going to be. It's just going to be all out trouble. And this is what is going to happen, man. People think it's just going to subside. Even if this coronavirus dwells down and not so many people die from it, and you people get to go back to normal everyday life, the effects of it have already started. And it's only going to breed an atmosphere of more contention, people going at each other's necks. And as the scriptures say, men are going to fight together like enemies. You know, friends are going to fight together, fight against one another like enemies because the lack of bread. Now, Pete, this, it says the cascade of bans and cancellations cause. It's like, I'll read the title. It says coronavirus spread prompts worst day on Wall Street since Black Monday 1987. And I took the little liberty to look at that real quickly, and this is what what it said Black Monday is. Black Monday 1987. It says FTSE 100 index June 1987 to January 1988. You see that stark drop right there? And that's the same drop that we're having right now. You know, it's even worse than that, actually. So Black Monday is the name commonly attached to the large stock market crash of October 19, 1987. Slocky, give me a second, my dogs. All right, we back. So it's Black Monday is the name commonly attached to the large stock market crash of October 19, 1987. In the United States, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell exactly 508 points, 22.6%. This was the largest one-day percent drop in history. Significant selling created steep price declines throughout the day, particularly during the last hour and a half of trading. The S&P 500, Wilshire 5000, indices each decline more than 18%, and the S&P 500 futures contract declined 29%. The total trading volume was so large that the computer of the communication systems in place at the time were overwhelmed, leaving orders unfulfilled for an hour or more. Large funds transfers were delayed for hours in the Fedwire in the NYSE, New York Stock Exchange dot system shut down for extended periods of time, further compounding traders' confusion. You see? And this is what happened in 1987. Now, peep this article. This article says it's prompts worst day of Wall Street since 1987, right? So this is the cascade of bans and cancellations caused by coronavirus around the globe has sent U.S. stocks to their worst loss since the Black Monday of 1987, with Wall Street officially falling into bear market territory. The S&P 500 plummeted by 9.5% on Thursday. The index that was at the all-time high in February has lost a whopping 26.7% since, meaning that the record 11-year-long bull market run has come to an end. You see, this article pulled it up. In a bull market, you have to think of a bull. This is how they determine it. You know, a bull market, a bull has horns. When a bull bucks, his horns go up. A bear market is like a bear. When a bear slashes his paw, it goes down. So we're in a full-on bear market, you know? The 11-year bull market is over. So let's go back to that. Isaiah 14 again. Yeah, Isaiah 14:11. It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave. The noise of thy vows, his pomp is going into his pride." When you go into that word pomp, it means pride. So it's pride. Now, if you go to, we're going to go back to this Isaiah, the 14th chapter. If you go to Ezekiel, the 28th chapter, Ezekiel, 28th chapter, and I'll start at 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret thing they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic thou hast increased in riches." That traffic is talking about his trade, right? And what did he also traffic? Souls. So by that traffic, he got great riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. You're getting proud because you got some money. But check out your markets, man. 26% loss, and it's only February. I remember I was making videos where saying that certain people in finance and in trading and all that expertise of that world were all saying they expect an economic collapse within the first quarter. We're in the first quarter, baby, and shit is happening, man. We're in the first quarter, and the global economy is failing. You know, so that 11-year bull market, he got real proud because he was doing good. People had was buying things. They thought everything was going to be great, and here it is. Your stock market is failing. When you have a 10% correction in the market, that means you have a recession. A 20% correction in the market, that is a depression. And now you're having a 26% loss day. Boy, this is some type of depression, baby. This is some type of depression, man. So let's go back to that scripture. It says, by thy Ezekiel 28:5, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou gotten thy riches, hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, because thou hast set thine heart as the Most High, as the heart of the Most High, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible in a nation, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. And that's what we're seeing, because here it is, you have Saudi Arabia saying they're ready to flood the market. Imagine if China says, you know what? Which there's already reports that they're sitting there blaming the U.S. for the coronavirus. Imagine if they just sell off all their U.S. stocks, all their U.S. debt notes. Imagine if they sell that off. Do you understand that would wound? That would be the same as the strangers, the terrible of the nations, drawing their swords after them. That's an economic hit. Look, it says, verse 8, they shall bring thee down to the pit. Thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. And this is what we're seeing, man. Things are getting cooked up. The Lord is making the money fail here, man. And with that being said, I'm going to get Genesis. Genesis 4 and I think it's 15. No. Let's get money fell. (47 and 15). It says, I'll start at 14. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money unto Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt, when it became to the point that it didn't matter, in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And that's what these people are going to do, man. They're going to start leaning on the government to the point where Esau's going to roll out that chip, that microchip, which is the mark of the beast, the implantable RFID microchip. Let's get a picture out for those out there that do not know. You know, because some people out there don't know because there's people out there that aren't trying to teach it. Small as a grain of rice. You know, this little baby right here. That's why the scriptures tell you, think not a small matter, think not a large matter to be small. Because this little thing right here that they'll put in your hand, that they can put your all your information on through blockchain technology, where you can sit here and add your bank information onto the same thing. This is the same thing mentioned in the book of Revelation. Causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the chip, or the number of the beast, or the number of the name. This is what it's talking about. Through this, they'll be able to get records. Through this, they'll be able to put your ID on. Through this, they'll be able to sit here and put your bank information on. All your transactions will go through this. It goes right into your hand or your forehead. They even have brain chips, and they're already talking about burning banknotes. They're already talking about getting rid of them. And it doesn't matter if you get this in your right or your left hand, man. If you take this, you can play with the Lord all you want. But for those that are sincere, don't take this chip. Don't take this mark of the beast. When they present it, you choose death, knowing and understanding that the Lord is able to raise you from death. The Lord is able to raise you from death. The scriptures tell you that even Paul, he was put to death. He went up to the spirit world, and the Lord sent his spirit right back in his body, man. The scriptures tell you they shall be able to do nothing against the elect. Nothing. So back to the article. It says the Dow Jones Industrial Average sank by 10% for its worst day since the nearly 23% drop on October 1987, known as Black Monday. European markets also had one of their worst days ever, losing a whole 12% despite assurance of help from the European Central Bank. Market panic was in part due to a series of cancellations over the coronavirus pandemic, which include U.S. President Donald Trump's suspension of most travel between the U.S. and Europe, as well as competition put on hold in the NHL and the UEFA, which is Soccer Championship League. Basketball's been canceled too. March Madness, the NBA season has been canceled, and these stuff ain't coming back, man. The scriptures tell you when the plagues be sent, they're gonna be sent like an arrow of a mighty archer. I personally don't believe this stuff is gonna cool down. I think it's just only gonna intensify, and this money is felon, man. This money is part of it, And these Edomites, man, you people that were rich and comfortable. The book of Revelation tell you to her that lived so delicately, reward her double. That's what these nations are gearing up for. This is James 5:1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten." Your riches are corrupted. Why? Because they sit here and play this stock market shit. Look at it. You telling me that they're able to sit here and just throw money around and they grow off of speculation? Not grow off of anything actually being made, but just grow off of speculation. Where the average man didn't have enough money to even get in a ball game. Those riches are corrupted, man. They're falling. Look at it. It says riches gotten by vanity shall diminish. Real wealth is gold and silver. And now you're sitting here seeing the whole stock market just crash. People stress the fuck out. They don't know what to do. Pulling out their money. You got CEOs of major companies sitting there just getting out of the game, quitting their jobs, even when you have launches for Disney Plus that went successful. You think somebody that was around for that would stick around a little longer, but see, you can't withdraw your funds while you're working as a CN. You can't cash out on any stocks that you have in a company while you're a CEO. So what? They're resigning and they're about to cash out, bro. It says your gold and silver is cankered, meaning corrupted, rusted away. Look, they're falling, man. The rust of them shall be witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were war fire, man. This is gonna build a fire in Babylon the Great and across the world. When the poor sit here and realize just how poor they are, knowing that these rich bastards sat here in their penthouses and their lush, lavish suites, eating and drinking good, looking down on the common man that actually made their wealth. When they realize just how fucked up it is, they're gonna run through these people's neighborhoods, man. You think these people don't know where these rich people live? They know. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from wherever the poor is, man. And they're gonna run in your neighborhoods and clean you out. It says ye have heaped up treasures together for the last day. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields. Look at the yellow vest protest. They're over there protesting for over a year straight. Why? Because they're tired of being so broke they can't afford to even get to fucking work anymore. Then you have to protest in Hong Kong. You can't forget that. Started off with an extradition bill. And then the young people are just pissed off because here it is. Their parents had a chance at happiness and economic growth. And look, now they've gotten to the point where everybody's sitting here living in goddamn coffin apartments. Places that look like smaller than a goddamn work cubicle. And they call that home. And they have to call that home. These people are pissed, man. Throughout the world, man. And they're going to wake up through this. When you take away the bread and circus, which is your sports, your entertainment, these concerts, all that. When you take away that bread and circus, these people are going to wake up, man. And it's going to click. Verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped down your fields enter into the ears of Yahweh Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasures upon the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the days of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he did not resist you, man. And the just is talking about the Israelites, man. All these nations have taken their part in putting down you Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, the confusion of the West Indians, the fusion of face that look like the other nations, man. They're plagued just. That's why when you see a so-called white man that has actual flavor to him, he has a little pep to his step. He cool shit with Jake. He catching hell just like Jake is. Which Jake, I'm referring to Jacob, which goes back to Israel, which is you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So when he sit here and catching the same hell that the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are catching, that's most likely an Israelite, man. He got a little pep to his step. He got a little bounce to his move, man. And he catching hell just like you. Man, the confusion of face, the ones that look like the other nations that are Israelites, because this isn't based on color. This is not based on color. When they're catching hell just like you, man, that's an Israelite, man. So even them, they're catching it too, man. We're the just. And all these nations have fucking sat here and reaped the benefits off our back. And now it is the Lord sitting here putting y'all in poverty, man. And not only that, man, you women, you proud women out there, this is going to affect you too, man. Because at a certain point, when these cops aren't getting paid to go to work, you think they're going to keep going to work? Leave their wife and their kids at home unprotected? That's not going to happen. And it's going to be a mano with these men out here that are pissed off. This money is failing, man, because of this virus, man. And Lord willing, man, I I beg and beseech the Lord, please let it collapse, man. Let this stuff go. I'm tired of going to work. Tired of hearing these people push off things that are in the scriptures. I'm tired of seeing fucking all this homosexual agenda. Every single TV show you turn around, it has a homosexual spin to it. You got all these reality shows of these loud mouthed women on TV running their damn mouths thinking that they're important. And these women uplift them watching the shit like this is a way of life. To me, man, it's just vexing to see stuff like that. The times are coming where the Lord is just going to start killing a lot of people. And it's going to be through disease. It's going to be through race wars. It's going to be through governments coming into neighborhoods and just killing people off. This is all prophesied in the Bible. It's going to be hell to pay out here. So Lord willing, this was all edifying. I want to say Tawada Yao Bashim Al Shai. Ba'Shem Rakal Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to hopeful elect. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Praise the Lord. Beg him till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth as is written to bring this destruction on. Shalom.